Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now, the news for August 9th, 2021. We sadly are unable to use our studio today. Obviously, we've had it for a little over a month now, but finally they're putting the floor in. So the floor is being put in today, which is why I've had to record audio only for you. But hopefully, we're hoping by Wednesday the floor will be all set and we'll be able to do this show with video again. But for now, let's get on with the news. Walt Disney World has announced the merchandise collection celebrating the resort's 50th anniversary. Debuting throughout October and November, the collections offer something for everyone, from fun and creative celebration-themed items to an entire line of products inspired by Cinderella Castle. There are also throwback and retro-themed pieces and even a shimmering collection of fashion and accessories inspired by the iridescent decor that'll be a hallmark of the event. Starting August 12th, a limited-time pre-celebration line will be available. In early October, the Celebration, Disney Castle, and my personal favorite, the Vault collection, will release, followed by the Iridescent collection in late October and the Lux Logo collection in November. WDWNT.com has photos of all of these collections for you to peruse. Again, that Vault collection, pretty special. Walt Disney World has updated their rider switch, aka child swap policy, to limit the number of guests who can ride an attraction twice. The policy previously read, if the person in Party 2 waited alone with the child, he or she may bring up to 2 other guests back to ride the attraction with him or her. Please note that only 3 guests are allowed per rider switch pass. It now states, please note that if the person in Party 2 waited alone with the child or non-riding guest, the number of guests who may join him or her at the ride is again limited. This seems to indicate that only 1 or possibly no other guests may ride with Party 2. This may be to prevent some guests from riding multiple times in a row and therefore shorten wait times for other guests. R2-D2 is joining the Disney Fab 50 character collection and rolling into Disney's Hollywood Studios this fall as part of the world's most magical celebration. Imagineers Ann Morrow Johnson and Scott Trowbridge, who are currently working on the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, announced R2-D2's statue in a social media video. Announced today, the little orange bird will also be one of the Fab 50 characters. Michael Vargo, the head of D23, announced the Orange Bird statue on D23.com. Orange Bird will join Mickey and friends at the Magic Kingdom. Of course, more and more of our rumored list of these 50 statues coming to fruition. I think we got them all. So if you want to know ahead of these other announcements, check out the website. We have a list that we believe are the 50, including many still to be announced. When you work for the Jungle Navigation Company, losing a boat is just part of the job. Recently, at the boathouse of the Jungle Cruise at Magic Kingdom, the skippers have hung several commemorative life rings from boats or under the river to let guests share in on the memories. 5 new life rings are found attached to the wall of the queue, some of which tie in with the new backstory of the ride. 1 ring commemorates the inaugural Jingle Cruise aboard the Garland Gertie, which is the name given to the Ganges Gertie during the holiday overlay. Congo Connie went over Schweitzer Falls in 1933, but she's back on the water to transport volunteers for upriver excursions once again. The Bomacandi Bertha was the first underwater excursion in 1937, I guess the first boat to sink. Fun fact, it's true, last year the Bomacandi Bertha was the boat that sank to the murky jungle waters with a boatload of guests. Not sure if this is meant to be a joke at that expense, but nonetheless, it correlates. The Malopo Marie is the boat skippered by the new figurehead of the Jungle Navigation Company, Alberta Falls. The ring commemorates her first solo trip up the Ganges in 1927. This is the only ring honoring a boat that isn't currently a Jungle Cruise ride vehicle. And the Wabawanda is credited with being a 5-time Jungle Boat Race champion. The Liberty Square Riverboat at Magic Kingdom will be closing for a short refurbishment starting Monday, August 23rd. The refurbishment is expected to last through Tuesday, August 31st, with the Riverboat reopening on September 1st. The Liberty Square Riverboat was closed for several months in 2020 and 2021 as the rivers of America were drained and refurbished. This month's refurbishment is more of the standard annual refurbishment. A week after the clock tower in It's a Small World was given a colorful makeover, more paint has been applied to the attraction's loading area. The building facades to the right of the clock tower are now refreshed. The 3 foreground facades have been repainted in shades of blue, yellow, and turquoise. Shades of blue teal have been added directly to the left of the clock tower, and the rest of this side remains white and gold, but we expect more colors soon. The spooky season has officially begun at Walt Disney World, with pumpkins now decorating Main Street USA and Halloween merchandise now available in the Emporium. There's new apparel, plush, treats, and more. WDWNT.com has hundreds of photos of all these new items for you to enjoy. They also announced today the full list of limited-time Halloween treats that'll be available at the 4 parks, Disney Springs, and at all the resorts. Again, too long to read here on the show. Please visit the website to check them all out. Some of them being released as early as tomorrow. Often with merchandise releases at the Disney parks, the stock can be quickly cleaned out by just a few people purchasing up to 10 of a given item and then reselling it for a higher price online. These resellers often deplete the stock and leave precious little for the average visitor to purchase. And for certain collectibles and pins that are most prone to this reseller activity, a 2 per item per guest limit is imposed to try and make the stock last longer for more individuals. In the past, this has really only been a thing for pins and not much else. But now, with the Halloween release today, Disney decided it will apply to this seasonal merchandise as well in an attempt to stop resellers from depleting the stock so quickly. This is a great thing that's happening. That being said, this morning we still saw people grabbing more than 2 of each of everything, so it's unclear how much it's being enforced yet. But nonetheless, it seems like they are going to attempt to battle resellers at Walt Disney World. If you're headed to Epcot, be advised that road construction has changed around the entrance to the park. Currently, World Drive is the only open route to the toll plaza, as Epcot Center Drive is now closed, at least going into the park. This is part of an ongoing roadwork project around the entrances of Epcot. The work has now shifted to the Epcot Center Drive area, and the U-turn onto Woodpecker Lane past the toll booth is also closed. Epcot's newest attraction, Remys Ratatouille Adventure, is set to open on October 1st to coincide with the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. But the ride is basically ready at this point, so obviously there are a number of previews happening. We've told you about Vacation Club, we've told you about annual pass holders, and now we know the dates that cast members will be able to see the ride. From August 19th through September 2nd, cast members are invited to come experience the new attraction in the France Pavilion much earlier than any other group. It is worth noting that during these previews, phones will not be allowed, so don't expect to see photos and videos of the attraction out there, unless you look for the Paris version, which already exists. Up-close meet and greets have yet to return to Walt Disney World, but more characters are making distanced interactive appearances. At Epcot, Princesses Aurora, Belle, and Snow White are now appearing separate from the Princess Promenade character cavalcade. Aurora and Belle can be found periodically in the France Pavilion, while Snow White is appearing in Germany by the Wishing Well. You can see videos of these meet and greets right here on our YouTube channel. What's your favorite Disney wall? And if your answer isn't mine, it's none of them, then maybe it's Purple Wall, and you'll love this new Loungefly mini backpack. Though the Purple Wall in Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom, that's where it is, we found the backpack in Mouse Gear at Epcot, and it features the design of the Purple Wall. Bag is $75. Though we cataloged all the merchandise available on the first day of the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, even more has been sprouting up. 2 new Apple Orchard themed items and 2 new Beauty and the Beast items are now available in the port of entry at Epcot. They're visible on our website. On our visit to Disney's Hollywood Studios, we hopped aboard Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but we got derailed before we even reached the pre-show. The queue, namely the room just before the pre-show, has suffered significant damage. All along the walls, the decals have been torn by guests passing through the queue. These decals are common at newer Disney attractions, and damage to them is not uncommon. Some of it is from wear and tear from ECVs hitting the walls, but a lot is much higher than an ECV would be able to hit, and thus, obviously, it's just from guests picking at it. Disney is aware that these decals are not durable. We've seen similar issues at Slinky Dog Dash, inside the newer part of the queue at Toy Story Midway Mania. I particularly remember the Edna Mode queue, her meet and greet in Municiberg, when that was a thing at Hollywood Studios. Yet Disney continues to use this cheap alternative to regular wallpaper or paint that seems to need more maintenance than if you just did those things. It's a lot of this, cut cost up front, end up spending more money later, which is not the best. So hopefully this will be fixed soon, because honestly the room looks awful. It really, really needs some help. Katsaka's kettle is bubbling once again, mixing up Black Spire Outpost favorite snack, the Outpost Mix, which has returned to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios. The purple grains taste like grape and bring the sweet flavor, while the red grains taste like cinnamon and bring the heat. The Outpost Mix cannot be found back on the menus as of yet, but it is there when you go visit, along with the buttered blue grains, which are a waste of time. But these, I do love the Outpost Mix. I finally had it again this weekend. I still love it. It's $6.49, personal favorite of mine. As we first reported a few days ago, the August evening exclusive cookie at Gideons Bakehouse is the dark coffee cake cookie. We return to Disney Springs on Friday evening to try the treat. The August menu features Signore Pipistrello, a rather distinguished-looking bat. Pipistrello can only emerge at night. In addition to the August limited edition, the Rocky Road cookie, Gideons Bakehouse is offering an evening exclusive that Pipistrello and guests can enjoy. The dark coffee cake cookie is available beginning at sunset through sellout. So sunset until it sells out, and they will stick to that sunset time. I think the night we went, it specifically was released at 8:12. So check your phone for when sunset is in Orlando or Lake Buena Vista area that evening. That is when they will actually start selling them, and not a minute sooner. It is a coffee cake cookie, which is a beloved morning offering at Gideon's with a chocolate cookie base. It's $6. You can check out the review on WDWNT.com. Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa is a Victorian-style hotel based on a historic New York resort. The city of Saratoga Springs is well known for horse racing, and we stayed one night in a 3-bedroom grand villa at the hotel just last week, which sleeps up to 12 guests and has 2 floors. The resort is still undergoing a remodel, but this suite has been updated already. So if you want to check out this newly updated grand villa, the full video tour is right here on our YouTube channel. We have a photo walkthrough on our website. Guests looking for sustainable seafood and prime steaks may soon be able to once again dine at Flying Fish. The restaurant, located at Disney's Boardwalk, is rumored to open in September. Flying Fish features an open kitchen, allowing guests to watch chefs prepare dishes like the Hokkaido scallops, the Sardinian seafood pasta, and the char-crusted New York strip. Although the restaurant has been closed since March of 2020, a menu is still online. We will report on the official reopening date once it is announced. New resort-exclusive apparel, a tote bag, and a Tervis tumbler have arrived at Johari Treasures, the gift shop in Kidani Village at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. I had to pick up this tumbler. It's my favorite hotel. It's great stuff. Check it out on the site. Become a happy haunt with some of the new Haunted Mansion jewelry by Betsy Johnson, now available at Walt Disney World. We found this necklace and these earrings in Bayview Gifts at Disney's Contemporary Resort. A costume necklace features Madame Leota and the Hatbox Ghost, as well as the one of the hallway portraits for $100, and there's a matching pair of earrings for $75. Another pair of earrings feature the Hatbox Ghost's head hanging from safety pins for $65. The boring brown rental strollers of the Disneyland Resort are now a thing of the past. New Mickey and Minnie single and double rental strollers are now available. The colorful new strollers make a day in the parks a bit more tolerable and fun for the little ones and adults alike. The new stroller takes its design cues from Mickey Mouse himself. Red is used on the roof and seat. The wheels are bright yellow, just like Mickey's shoes and buttons, and a black mesh screen surrounds the stroller. Combined with the roof, this provides some shade for the occupant. Mickey is printed on the left side of the mesh screen. On the opposite side, Minnie Mouse. Just below the padded handle are 2 mesh cup holders and a storage pocket. The strollers are available again in both single and double models. A seatbelt is included for each rider. Single strollers cost $18 a day, doubles $36 a day. Guests may rent the new strollers outside of Disneyland Park's main entrance and inside the Pixar Palace parking structure. Galactic Grill at Disneyland has a new specialty burger inspired by Hawaii. It's very futuristic. Despite our trepidations, we headed to Tomorrowland to try a bite of it. The new offering is a Hawaiian-inspired burger with roasted pineapple, citrus teriyaki glaze, house-made aioli, and mirin vinaigrette slaw for $14.49. The review at DisneylandNewsToday.com. The Karthage Circle restaurant reopened July 22nd at California Adventure with a new dinner menu. We visited the signature dining location to see what had changed. Thankfully, everything that makes Karthage Circle great was still in place, with the exception of our beloved duck wings and the house rolls. But either way, still a great restaurant. We have a full review up as well, DisneylandNewsToday.com. 2 new specialty cocktails are now available from the adorable Snowman Frosted Treats at California Adventure. We tried both new drinks and found that they are sweet, refreshing, and ideal for sharing. Its Chili Lime Mango Margarita is non-dairy mango soft serve with tequila, chamoy, chili lime seasoning and diced mango for $14. And the Pixar Pier Frosty Parfait with blue curacao is non-dairy lemon soft serve with blue raspberry swirl and a splash of blue curacao for $13. Those reviews as well at DisneylandNewsToday.com. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next trip. The best part, their services are free. Hotel, park tickets, dining, and more. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. Also, don't miss WDW News Tonight, now back right here on this channel. Last week's show has been a big hit. People love it. If you want to see us drink around the world, 11 cocktails, and then ride mission space, you got to watch this week's WDW News Tonight that just passed. It's up here. You watch it whenever you'd like. And, of course, this week's show, coming up on Thursday at 9 p.m., is a celebration of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. In fact, they're taking over the show as they celebrate the 483rd birthday of the organization with a special ceremony. It will be a great show this week. Make sure you tune in again Thursday at 9 or at your own convenience on demand right here on the channel anytime after that. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Looking for the latest in Disney news on the go? Then download WDWNT the app. From news to videos to park hours and more, WDWNT the app is your one-stop shop for the latest from the Disney world. Available on iPhone and Android, just search for WDWNT in your device's app store.